tcDetects out again. We are on this field here. I was on it with the Rutus Versa this morning, testing the new software on the Rutus Versa. So this afternoon I'm out with the Quest V80, brand new to me. I've had it all of a couple of weeks and I've been out once with it. So I've had like 3 or 4 hours in the field with it. So I'm running it in slightly tweaked settings. I do love to play with the settings. So I'll put those up on screen later on so you can see what I'm running it in, but only slightly tweaked, so nothing significant. I'm going to head that way, so opposite way to where I was with the Rutus, see what we find. I will pick out some features of the V80 as we go through, so I know people are interested. Also, people are interested in comparisons with other machines. I don't really do that particularly. It doesn't seem particularly fair on the machine, given that the land run's different. Unless you've got a mature testbed, which I don't, then all the comparisons are a little bit arbitrary. My initial impression was it's a well-designed machine with a great set of features. My first 4 hours, it picked up what I thought it would and where I thought it should. Didn't seem to struggle. Differentiated iron pretty well. I don't think I had any real issues with it. I think those who've seen the video know I had a slight concern about the design on the headphones. This wire that connects the headphones here, which I just think is a potential weak spot when you're swinging around in a dirty field. But hey, we'll see what we over time whether or not that comes to pass. Right, without further ado, as always, thanks for watching tcDetects. Please check out my other videos, subscribe if you don't already, and let's get going that way, see what we can find with the Quest V80 this afternoon. And one of the things I wanted to mention was the menu system, or rather a certain part of it. So let's go down to where we want to look. So on the bottom of the menu system, if we go down, that's the wrong one. Go up. This one. Go down. Yeah, so the gyro sensor, a feature that I think is unique to the Quest V80 and the V60. What it allows you to do is using a gyro sensor in the detector itself is got 3 settings. So first is auto power save. So when the Quest isn't moving, the auto power saving kicks in, and in essence goes into standby mode. It immediately goes back into normal mode as soon as you start moving the Quest. So better for battery life. Great idea. Pump to ground balance. So this again I've got switched on. So what this allows me to do is just start pumping the machine up and down, and it'll automatically ground balance. No going in at the settings, pressing another button or anything like that, from a ground balance point of view. And then the last one, again a great feature, is auto ID stability. What this one does is it sort of compensates for the angle of swing and how you're going over a particular target, and gives you a more rounded and stable ID. All of them based around the sort of gyroscope within the metal detector. Like I said, I think that's a pretty unique feature, and they've provided 3 sort of settings within it that I think make a lot of sense, and are very smart. And first up for the V80 this afternoon, bringing in stable early 70, 71, 72, about 5 inches down. This complete button. Some age to it, I'm guessing. Probably 100 years old, something like that. No pattern, just seems plain. But yep, decent button for the afternoon start. As you can see, in this particular field, we have telegraph lines running across it, and then at the back of the field, sort of on the next field over, we also have a bunch of wind turbines. There's a lot of EMI sort of in the area. Quest V80 has been struggling a little bit, taking me a while to get it to run stably. So I'm running with sensitivity about 75 at the minute. I've noise cancelled and ground balanced a couple of times to get it stable. Didn't have that issue this morning with the Versa, but their multi-frequencies are working in different ranges. So the Versa goes up to 40 kilohertz, whereas in HyperQ, the multi-frequency on the V80, it goes up to 80 kilohertz. It's got a much bigger range, so I think that might be why struggling a little bit, or was struggling until I got it to settle down. as I'm going to sort of head towards the bottom end of the field, which is the furthest away from the EMI sources, and then head towards EMI sources later on, just to see how unstable it is and at what point I need to sort of like move into single frequency, which may be the way to run it when you're that close to EMI, or rather when there's a lot of EMI in the field. So we'll see how we get on. And next up from the V80 wasn't down there, so about 6 inches down, tiny little livery button by the look of it. Again, complete button, shank on the back, so probably some uniform cuff or other, probably less than a centimetre across. So Quest V80 is finding the targets well, just struggling a little bit with the, I assume it's EMI because the ground isn't particularly mineralised or anything. So yeah, carry on, see what else we find. And next up is some big old white lead, 6 inches down again, very clear, 60-ish, yeah, white lead. And 50-51 signal, pretty clear, pretty strong. You just see the edge of a greeny thing here. We are on another button, or potentially the first coin. Looks like it's a coin, like a pre-decimal halfpenny. Can't quite make out the monarch, but yeah, pre-decimal halfpenny for the V80. Definitely picking things up. I mean, the bottom end of this field, sort of furthest away from the EMI, or the obvious EMI sources. Stability is fine again, come back, no issues really. Maybe it's just that top end, maybe it struggles with some EMI because of the hyper Q and the range it's running through. Guess we'll find out as we use the machine more. But yeah, there you go, halfpenny. And the next signal for the V80 was mid 60s. It's lead again. It's a lead ring, and I don't think that's a ring, because who on earth is making a ring out of lead? But maybe it's part of a lead pipe at some point. So V80, now it's stabilised at the bottom end of this field, definitely picking up what I would expect it to. Depth seems reasonable. Obviously I'm not doing depth tests per se, but things are coming out from, you know, over 6 inches, 7 inches, 8 inches down, etc. So yeah, just that stability issue earlier on, which I guess over time we'll work out if that was an issue or just one of those things with top of that field. Not sure if we've got some old green waste here, or maybe evidence of a previous dwelling. That looks suspiciously like a part of a drawer handle. And next up is another coin. Looks like a right size for an old pre-decimal farthing. Very, very, very battered, so not going to get anything off that. But yeah, another coin. Heading back towards the EMI sources, the telegraph and the looks like a little wind farm. I can see, I've only just noticed there's a big pylon beyond that as well. Radio mast maybe, who knows. Anyway, so I'm heading back towards the EMI, and the Quest has already started to get chattery again. So machine is well designed and well thought through, lots of great features, but seems to be really struggling with EMI, and I don't think I'm that close to it. The Versa this morning had to be underneath the power line, underneath the telegraph lines before it even reacted to the fact that there was EMI. The Versa didn't seem to pick up the wind farm at all, even though they're running relatively close. Quest, unless there's something else going on, seems to be picking them up in a lot closer proximity than the Rutus was, which is making it, well, the chattering is making it difficult. The only way to reduce chattering is to take the sensitivity down, and then you risk losing depth. So I'm going to keep walking towards the EMI and just see how bad it gets before I have to give up and move away. Clearly shouldn't really have a multi-frequency machine that has single frequency options like the Quest does, that even swapping into the single frequencies are not necessarily fixed it all either. Now it could be me. I need, like I said, I've only had a few hours with the machine, so I need to keep playing and tweaking with it, but definitely struggling with the EMI this afternoon. Well, see what else we can find. Next signal was down there, which before we get to the next signal, I'm now significantly closer to the telegraph poles and lines and the wind turbines, and weirdly the EMI, the chatteriness seems to have calmed down. I wonder if that bottom corner of the field had some underground EMI that I wasn't aware of. And I wasn't down there with the Versa, so maybe it's simple as that. The Versa didn't get affected by it because I didn't take it down there. So for now, I think we'll give the V80 the benefit of the doubt. Keep an eye on EMI as we play with the machine. But yeah, I'm closer to it, and yet the chatteriness has calmed down significantly. So yeah, anyway, so the next signal was a nice clear in the 40s, about 5 inches down, and we have a little dainty buckle of some description. So whatever's going on with chattering is, I guess, one disadvantage of the V80, which I'm sure, hopefully, I'll figure out at some point. But undeniably good when it comes to target, says the next find, which is a little musketball pistol shot. So we've had some decent finds with the V80, despite the having EMI issues this afternoon.